All righty. Welcome to another episode of Bunkai's Corner. Of course, I'm your host, Bunkai, and with me I have Jim. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Um, I thought that I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me over the past week. And this is actually a little bit football related. Um, so, for those who don't pay attention to Seahawks, which would be about everybody that doesn't live in Seattle, a week ago, Earl Thomas broke his leg, and when he was being carted off, he gave the middle finger salute to the Seahawks bench. Anyway, a lot of people were really angry at the Seahawks brass for not signing him to a long term deal or just cutting him loose. And for once, I don't understand what people are talking about. So let me just set the stage. Earl Thomas is a great player. He is, if not the best safety in the NFL, he's in the top three. He is a dominant force to be reckoned with, and he's probably the last surviving member of the what was great Legion of Boom. Anyway, this is his last year of his contract. So he wanted obviously a new deal. The Seahawks said no. And the reason why they said no is that despite him being one of the best, if not the best safety in the NFL, but he has not played a full season since 2015 because he's often injured and he's turning 30. So the Seahawks were like, well, we're not going to give you a long term deal. So Earl Thomas was like, fine, trade me. And the Seahawks tried, but no one was biting. And so, anyway, everyone knows what happened last week in Arizona. He fractured his leg, and now people are mad. He's mad, and now fans are mad at Seahawks for not doing, quote unquote, not doing what's best for Earl. Okay, let me just set the record straight. First of all, the Seahawks did nothing wrong. Yes, yes, you should try to trade him. They did try to trade him. No one bit. And the reason why no one bit is that despite Earl Thomas being one of the best players at his position, he is injury prone. He has not played a full season since 2015. So obviously, the Seahawks rightfully will ask for a king's ransom because here's the thing, they have no heir apparent for Earl Thomas. If he's gone, there's nobody there that's remotely anywhere near as talented as he is. So we come to the point now where he's now he had a clean fracture. He'll be able to be healed in time for free agency next year. But a lot of people are mad at the Seahawks. I'm like, for what? What are you mad at the Seahawks for? Oh, they should have just cut him loose so he could find another team. And replace him with what? They have no heir apparent. A similar situation actually happened a few years ago with Marshawn Lynch, but they thought they had someone that can replace him. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And he got injured. He was good in the first couple of games. He got injured and was never the same. So I don't understand why people are like, well, they should just cut him. You don't cut literally your best player on defense for the good of that player, and then just what the rest of the defense is just be fucked because they got nobody to replace him with. I am so sorry that the Seahawks asked him to fulfill the obligation of his contract. Come on, man. What do you think, Jim?
I mean, the Giants went through a somewhat similar thing, but it got resolved with Odell Beckham, where he had no leverage, and he's also injury prone as fuck and young, but he's a great player. But they agreed before this season to do the new contract. But that being said, all of the fans were really pissed off at the Giants organization for the same exact shit because they didn't immediately like wrap it up. And then there was all these threats and there's this, that, and the other. And it's just, I don't know. It's just all that sport is just me, 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 me. It's changed so much.
You know what? For the last 17, 18 years, we have watched the Patriots go to how many Super Bowls? Like
Oh
eight?
God,
Eh,
8 or yeah, I
eight
think it is 8.
like I think 8 Super Bowls. And I'm asking myself, in this day and age where there's salary caps that weren't around back in the old days, so there can't be any dynasties like what you saw with the Steelers and then the
The
Cowboys.
Cowboys in the 90s, yeah,
Yeah. So
or even the old Raiders, yeah.
right. Hold on, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, Jim. You have to hold the fort for about
I'll
20
take it.
seconds.
Okay, Mr. Matt, are you there? You are not there. Anyway, I don't know. I think the athletes have too much power in general right now, and yeah, like they deserve it, especially in football because that shit that fucks you up for the rest of your life more than pretty much any other sport consistently. Like our brains are not meant to be bashed into by other human beings, even with a helmet, that much over that period of time. Because it's not just a pro career; it's like that starts when you're a kid, and then up and up and up. So I get people that they want to get their money, but I don't know. The mentality of the league is rough, and it just sucks. Honestly, just I've been having trouble watching the NFL in general this year. I didn't really watch it when I lived in California because we just did other shit. Kind of took a break from really watching a ton of sports. But this year, like I've been watching it because I'm with my dad. He still loves the Giants, so I go over there and we watch the games. But it's so many commercials and so many breaks. It's just I can't get like that into the sport like I used to be when I was younger. And I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. I'm kind of tangenting off, but
Of course, I'd have the same problem.
yeah, and it does suck because I would like to have that little time to shut off, especially with the kid. It's nice having something to go and distract you, so to say, and take your mind off of other shit. But the NFL just isn't it for me. And then you throw in all the super political shit that's going around on top of that, and it's like a double no. Like the reason I watch sports is not to deal with politics. It's like when I go to deal with stand-up comedy, I want to laugh. Like I don't want to be lectured when I watch a baseball game or a football game or a soccer game, anything. It's like I want to be entertained by it. Like I want to be taken away from this shit because it's everywhere now, and it feels like there's genuinely like no escape from it.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, that's been playing a lot of things lately. NBA, football. Like everyone wants to be their own politician.
Yeah, it's just how things have gone, and it's not new. That's the thing that people are being confused about is politics and sports has always been a big thing. People don't realize like the Muhammad Ali shit was a big fucking deal, dude. Like that set a real precedent, and that was how long ago was that? Like 50 years ago? You know?
Like 60s, I think.
Yeah. So about 50 something years, call it, give or take. So to just to blame the new era of politics on the reason why sports athletes are being political, that's like bullshit. That shit's always happened, you know?
Where were we?
Well, we were talking about the guy from the Seahawks, and we were talking about the Giants, and then I started to talk, and I didn't. I was kind of just talking to myself. I didn't have anybody here. I didn't know Coop was here, and I started to go into the fact that I'm not enjoying football as much. And this is the first year I've really started to watch like every game because I'm watching it with my dad because I live in New York again. But I just can't get into it. And then on top of that, just the political shit. It's like I don't know, man. It's just not for me. I don't think.
Yeah, yeah, I can totally understand that. It's this this politics is leaking into everything. It's whether it's sports or it's whether just giving a concession speech or something an award.
No, you're exactly right. And I said the exact same thing. So when I want to watch a sports game, if it's baseball or whatever, like I want to be entertained by that, especially, like that's your time to take your mind off of everything. And if I'm
Right.
watching, a concert, it's the same thing. If I'm watching a movie, it's the same thing, unless I'm deliberately picking a movie where I know that's going to be the topic. It's all of it, just like entertainment in general, because sports really is entertainment for us. I don't want to hear the same fucking shit over and over and over again. It gets to a point where it's just too much.
It started to become a problem when ESPN went full political.
Yeah, I mean, but the market has already decided ESPN's fate. They're fucked. So, I mean, that shows like the power that people, us really as consumers, we do have. We have the ability to really choose who's going to succeed and who's not, as far as entertainment and stuff like that.
Yay! No. um. Yeah, it's interesting. There is an old saying that may you live in uninteresting times, and unfortunately, that's nowhere near the truth.
Hmm.
And so, just to transition, I guess we should talk about Kavanaugh, and
Sure.
he got confirmed uh, to the to the Supreme Court, and we talked about this uh, on our last show, and I just asked that: is there something between when something comes up, like an accusation of a crime? Is there something between not doing anything and conviction in the court of law? And of course, the answer is question mark.
Yeah.
I don't know what uh, is a viable alternative. It's just that it should be. I guess in a way, it should be disturbing that someone gets appointed to the Supreme Court after being accused of a crime, a very serious crime.
What
Because,
serious crime was that?
well, I mean, sexual assault. I mean, I think
He
that's
didn't
The
rape
crime
her.
of being
That wasn't even the claim.
right. So the claim is, well, so I mean, here's the thing. So I guess we should talk about that. What he did, is that a crime?
Okay.
what he did or what he didn't do.
Yeah. I have major problems with this. Uh, let's go ahead and say the woman is not lying, which I don't believe. I think she's a complete sociopath and a liar. But let's give her the benefit of the doubt as a neutral and say, okay, I don't think she's lying. She's telling the truth.
Hmm.
What is the exact accusation? Let's start at the very base here. The exact thing was what he held on to her and he tried to pull her near him when he was drunk or something like that, but then nothing happened.
Now here's where because actually they didn't discuss so much. Well, I should take this. I was listening to the testimony in and out of the car and over the few days that it was being aired. So I guess my question is, maybe you'll know this. So did it nothing happened because she got away, or that's the part. I mean, did she fight him off successfully and she ran out? I mean, I don't know actually because I just know that it wasn't rape, as in there was penetration. But but I'm asking is what was how did that ultimately end it? I guess would be the question.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. So it starts off like this. I'm reading from Business Insider. He pinned her down, put his hand over her mouth, and groped her while his friend watched. And then she just got out. Hold on. Yeah, and then she says she couldn't recall all of it, but she definitely remembers there was a penis in front of her face. And
Okay, that part's new to me. I didn't know about that part, but okay.
but there's no thing about how she got out. There's no thing about why he stopped, if he stopped, because I mean, clearly he had to have stopped because otherwise the allegation would have been, oh, well, he raped me. Obviously, that's if that's where she wanted to go with it, then that's where it would have went. But in this case, there was nothing. It was just, oh, he was a belligerent drunk that held her down and groped her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God.
Okay, so I guess you know what in a way this hurts and this hurts. How can I put this? On one hand, I would think that because of the way that it's being described, I almost would give her more credibility because it wouldn't have been easier just to say he just raped me. But the fact that that's not what's being claimed here. Now, you're right because the thing about it though is that in a situation like this, it's all about context because she says it was unwanted. Obviously, it's unwanted. So, however, that may not be even though that's how she might have felt. But I'm going to go on the assumption that she also probably had a few drinks that night too.
Well, she's adamant that she only had one.
Of
Like,
course.
adamant.
Okay. And to me, I don't even think it matters whether she had one or two or three. I'm thinking more
No,
of
I think it does matter, and the reason why it does matter is because if she truly only had one beer and she made it a point of saying she had one beer, she would definitely remember way more than what she initially did. She didn't even know the correct season of year that it happened. She contradicted herself on that. Like, this is bullshit. I'm sorry, it's bullshit.
it. I heard arguments on both sides of this. There are experts that have testified that this is perfectly normal for abuse victims not to remember every single thing. Um,
Well, every single thing, I do agree with you, and I have heard that too. And I just don't believe her. And she also she she had all of her social media scrubbed, and that's fine. But one thing that wasn't scrubbed was she actually has a paper. I don't know if you could still find it online, where it teaches you to manipulate things that have happened in the past mentally and create scenarios and force yourself basically to believe in them.
wow. I mean,
Yeah, she's a fucking con, dude. She's a fucking con. Like, I don't trust this woman whatsoever.
so I guess the question though is, and this is the question that I had last time, is that at what point do you think that when an accusation has been made, not just in a case of a sexual nature, I'm talking about any time that someone's accused of a crime, at what point? So I guess my question would be more: shouldn't there be a point where you say, "Yeah, I'm not saying you did it, but it really don't look good to sit there and unless it's been proven." beyond a reasonable doubt to me that that has been exposed as a falsehood. But I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is that it's is there something between someone being convicted of a crime in a court of law and nothing? Is there something in between where you go, because I'm just saying though is that I don't know if I was a senator uh, in that room and I had to cast my vote, I would probably cast it no, because here's the thing, I don't know if he did it or not. Okay, um, I think that if you're going to be in such a position, especially it's a lifetime position on the highest court in the land, you got your reputation needs to be above reproach.
So you're saying that anyone can come in and tarnish your name,
I
and then that
understand that.
makes you invalid.
I understand that. I understand that there's someone can come in and yeah and try to tarnish your name by saying this or that. I understand that. That's what I was saying before. Is there something between? Because obviously, if he was convicted of a crime in a court of law, we would not be having this conversation, right? He would not even be remotely considered.
Yeah, yeah. If there was any actual evidence in any actual
Right.
crime,
Right. But I'm guessing, I'm asking though, is there something between that and nothing happening at all? In other words, yeah, that person can just walk on through just fine.
yes, I agree with you 100%. I think you have to look at it two ways, though. First of all, nobody should have a lifetime seat. Period. That's fucking bullshit.
Right.
That is absolute bullshit. And then to your point, it should be really well vetted, but it comes back to to people that are always judging the hardest in anything, not just politics. Like if you're judging the hardest on a lot of like social issues and this, that, and the other, like, and this has been proven, especially during a lot of this social justice warrior era, the people that are the loudest about it have the dirtiest skeletons in their closet. And they're so quick to throw everybody else about like stuff about them. It's like, oh, well, you did this, you did that. But then like in reality, those people are projecting because they're guilty of, the same, if not worse shit. And it always comes out later. So it's tough, dude. It just sucks. It sucks that we're even in this position.
Let me ask you a question: is that this is supposed to be outside of partisanship, right?
Yes, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to. It's just that I don't understand how someone who used to be the personal lawyer for a previous president is being considered. That don't. In other words, I mean that does not. To me, obviously, that does not pass the sniff test of being without any political bias.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah, I mean, and actually, I did not know that until only a couple of days ago, someone like completely. I mean, I knew that he was a federal appeals court judge. I'm like, oh, okay, but I did not know that he was an attorney for George W. Bush.
Yeah.
So
I
wow,
didn't know that.
me either. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I thought this is supposed to be without any partisanship. It's supposed to be, this is the law of check and balances. Um, and it's interesting that it's just interesting that someone who serves as a personal attorney for a previous president, and only not only just for a previous president, but only two presidents ago. So it's not like it was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So, all right. Moving on. So I'm gonna let you talk about. Okay. So again, of course, I don't know the ass my head. I don't know my ass from the head in the ground. So I saw a video and it was on mute about. I saw this dude jump into a cage.
Jump out of a cage.
Oh, was it out? I thought I saw someone jump into it.
Oh no. It initially started. The guy jumped out of the cage, and then another dude jumped into a cage afterwards. Is a mess.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you take on this. Go ahead.
Okay, no. Before I do it, I want to hear where you're at with this so far. Just finish the statement. So you saw a video of a dude jumping into a cage.
Yeah. So, and they were about to come blows with another dude that was already in the cage, but then they were separated. I mean, there was a whole bunch of people inside of the cage. And they were separated, and it didn't go too much farther than that. But of course, I don't know the context of this, so I need your help.
Okay, Mr. Matt, are you there? I'll give you a second to turn your mic on. So basically, that was the biggest fight in the history of the UFC. I don't know if you ever saw the clips of the one guy. I don't know, Conor McGregor. I don't know if you know who he really was.
The name is familiar. I mean, he apparently
yeah, he's a bit. He's Irish. He's a little well, not little, but he's an Irish guy, and he was the one that threw the dolly in old school WWF style at a bus and injured fighters and all this shit because he was trying to get to this guy. It was really cringe. Like Vince McMahon would be really fucking proud. Really fucking proud.
So can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is this real, or do you think this was staged?
Oh no, it's real.
Okay.
It's real. And here I'll explain why. Okay. So the guy he was fucking with is from Kazakhstan.
Where?
And
where?
Kazakhstan. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. This is a grown man he was a champion going into the fight. He still lives with his mother and father and his wife. But like he is all family. He is no bullshit. He's not doing any of the media, whatever. Like he wants to fight and that's it. And like have respect for other people. And this guy pushed his fucking buttons. McGregor pushed his fucking buttons so far that he snapped. And, and he's Muslim and, they were mocking his religion and they kept offering him alcohol. And he wouldn't take it. And he's like, oh, you don't drink. And, just this, that, and the other. Just like, there's a lot of, kind of, promo shit that Western culture would be like, oh, they're just fucking with them. He's saying this, he's saying that. He's asking about his manager being a fucking terrorist. It was really bad, really bad. But they took it really seriously. So the fight happens, and it wasn't much of a fight. The guy from Kazakhstan fucking destroys the Irish guy, like destroys him, and then he makes him tap out. After that, one of the guys who was also there for when they attacked the bus was talking shit outside the ring. The Khabib, who was the one that fought and won, saw that. So he jumped the fucking fence and just went to beat that guy's ass. But what I didn't like was some of his teammates jumped into the ring like you were talking about. And the one guy especially, his name is escaping me right now, but he fucking sucker punched McGregor from behind, which is like not a manly thing to do at all, especially because he's a fighter. Like he's an actual fighter. He's not just like some guy, but he hits him from behind and shit got a little nutty. But it was a really, really crazy and unprecedented pay-per-view. I've never seen anything like it.
Wow.
Yeah, it is bad.
Wow.
But I mean, to tie it home, I really think like the thing that people need to focus on is the cultural differences. It's a big fucking leap. It is a big fucking leap. He's basically in a village. He grew up fighting against bears in real life when he was a kid. There's videos of him when he was a child wrestling bears, because that's just that place is like the wrestling capital of the world. Like they have more gold medals than I don't know. They have way too many though proportionally. It's a part of Russia, and like they're all just respect, work hard, this, that, and the other. They don't do the whole promo bullshit. So people are overreacting, saying, "Oh, well, this guy he crossed the line. He shouldn't have done this. He shouldn't have done that." Like, no, he snapped because he was not raised the same way that we were raised to be like, "Oh, it's just shit talk. It's promotional. It's this, that, and the other." Like he literally wanted to kill him. After he made him tap out, he spit on him.
Wow.
And I was like, oh yeah, fucking earned it. And then he jumped over the cage and he's like, oh, this isn't a game to me. Like, he doesn't care if he ever fights ever again. Like, he literally just wanted to humble this man. So it was
And you know
really
what?
fucking wild.
This is why where this is another thing, and this is why I've been taught since I was knee high that my mom always told me about don't run your mouth off at people. If you're gonna do something, you do it, but don't run your mouth off at people. And I realized that, of course, that was wise, very, very wise advice. Because
Yeah.
so when I was young, I was about 10 years old. I had a cousin of mine that was adopted. He was a big mentor to my middle brother, and he was he was murdered. My brother actually heard the shots, and he got down the stairs and he saw my cousin on the ground, and so it was one of those events that kind of haunted him. And so anyway, the guy that they think who did it, of course, my brother was hot. He wanted to get, but it turns out that someone already punched this dude's clock. The dude that they thought shot my cousin, he was in a club and he ran mouth off of some dude that I don't think they knew each other. And the dude left. He came back, and he came back with a gun. Went up
Ooh,
behind him and blew his head off.
yeah.
And that was it. That was it. And that was an interesting life lesson. That was an interesting life lesson because that's the thing about I used to get so mad like when I would drive to work, somebody cut me off, which happens almost every day. I can see with that road rage, but you don't know who you're dealing with. Is it really worth? Is it really worth? Because you don't know what that person has. You don't know what mental condition that person is in. And so you start running your mouth off. It may not even have to get that far. I have seen people, not with my own two eyes, but because there are cameras everywhere, I have seen footages of people who walk up on people after they cut them off and pat 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 pat. The driver starts shooting at them. You just don't know. And I think that some people, especially in this country, don't understand that you can't just talk to everyone every kind of way and think that there's not going to be some blood spilled over that. Eventually, you're going to talk to the person that's not wrapped that tight, and this
So,
does not come from upbringing where that stuff was common. It might have been common for your upbringing, but from
so,
his point of
so
view,
Connor,
huh?
so before the end of the fight in the second round, Connor was like grabbing Khabib's. He was doing a bunch of illegal shit, like
Oh
cheap
yeah.
cheap tricks, grabbing the gloves, grabbing the fence constantly. And I don't know, I don't understand how Herb didn't see any of that. He kept warning him. He wasn't saying like, if you do this one more time, I'm gonna take a point. He didn't say that shit. He just kept saying, "Stop grabbing the fence." He didn't give me fucking a warning. Like, what the fuck was he doing? Like, imagine if Connor won that fight. You know how mad people would have been like, you didn't call Connor on this shit, and then like, you, them getting rid of this shit, and then that kind of contributed to the whole end of the fight thing. And then Dylan down his fucking faggot ass Connor's training partner. He kept shouting at Khabib after he won the fight. I mean,
Well,
What
also
Khabib did was really bad, but
were
like
just too.
I could definitely see why he did it. But I think people are defending Khabib a little too much just because they hate Connor.
Yeah, I
I
agree with that.
mean, no one has ever ran out of the cage ever in the history of MMA. I mean, boxing. Maybe it's happened. I don't know.
It's just when you actually just say that sentence, it sounds so fucking ridiculous.
I mean, Mike Tyson. Remember what the shit he said? He's talking about eating people's babies
He bit somebody's
and like
rules.
stopping like oh,
Yeah,
raping their wives and shit. Like it's not even close what Connor said. Oh wow, he said shit about my religion. Oh my god, I'm
no,
gonna
I know, dude. I'm agreeing with you, and I'm just going to the point of not so much that anybody should be offended, but it has to do with like
I know
people in the
he's
West
fucking
know.
Dagestani and it's a different
Yeah, they
culture and
fucking
shit,
know,
of
but
course.
they don't fucking know. You can't
Yeah,
talk that shit to them. They don't fucking know. That's not how they grew up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Is
But
that
but he's
you
been in the UFC for like 5 or 6 years and he's seen what Connor has done. So it doesn't really make any sense how he wouldn't even understand what's going on. That's not a good defense for me.
I
He knew what
mean,
was happening. He
right,
knew
but
Connor doesn't
still,
do
there's
what he
definitely a big difference between watching it happen to someone else
like. And
where
like
you're
if
not.
this was like second and third fight in UFC, yeah, understandable. He's been in the UFC for as long as Connor, I think.
Yeah, but
No,
I understand. I'm just saying that there. I mean, it's different when you
That whole
watching.
cultural thing is bullshit to me because he's been in the UFC long enough. He knew Connor long enough. He knew what's happening. He just
But it wasn't directed
it
at
was
him
probably
though
his friends like
until
talking
now.
to him, but like he knew what was happening. He knew what is bullshit.
I
it
mean,
was
He's seen
yeah, but there's still
Connor
a big
after fights
difference. Hold
being
on,
cordial even after he lost.
hold
But like,
on.
oh, this one time he said some shit about Muslim and called
I
my
mean,
manager. Oh
but
my god, I'm gonna be a fucking faggot and fucking
No, dude, you gotta
like
say what you gotta say what
hold
Alex
on,
Andrew
hold
said.
on.
Muhammad in the
Time
picture.
out, time out. But there's still a big difference between watching someone else get verbally harassed and then yourself being verbally harassed. There's still a big difference between the two, and
It's the
I'm just
first
saying though is that
time it's ever
I'm not I
happened.
don't know
No
this
one
dude. I don't
fucking
watch UFC,
special
but I'm just
cases
at but I'm what I'm saying is
should
that
not be allowed to do that
I'm
shit.
I'm I'm of the opinion that this dude is not used to the verbal harassment he personally received.
He is. He's seen Connor fight. He's seen trash talk like at least half the fights in the UFC for God
Dude,
knows how long.
dude,
Yeah, but
Connor implied that Habib's like dad like was part of 9/11. Like she's straight up like I don't know how to
That was his
fight in the
manager.
country. Well, whatever. It's one part of his
Ooh, the
crew, but that's
jihad.
still yeah. Like I was like Ali something. He was like Connor was like I don't know how the fuck he's in the country. It's like really,
Probably
dude.
true.
Yeah, probably is.
But no. I mean,
Let me do
the
something
funny
real quick.
thing,
I
the
gotta.
one. Oh,
Your thing is always a little low. I
oh,
gotta boost you.
sorry. But I was just
Okay,
saying,
Mr. Matt,
like,
talk.
oh, all right. Go ahead, Mr. Matt.
Okay, never mind. Don't talk. Anyway, so where do you want to go from here? I think we pretty much, hit that topic to its
yeah,
depth.
I guess. I'm just saying though is that the lesson learned here is that certain people, even if he did see him trash talk other fighters during his time in the UFC, but just like with anything, it's one thing to watch somebody it being done to someone else, and then when it's done to you, and especially if they're going after his own family, etc. He probably didn't think it would go that far. I'm hazarding a guess. So, like I said, it doesn't
Also, I
surprise
think
me
this
that he.
whole Connor doing those dirty tricks is probably contributed a lot more to that.
Oh, of course. Now, and the thing about it though is that I think that Connor is going to learn may learn a fatal lesson that if you eventually you are going to say this to the wrong person,
He
and
did,
that
and he did learn
He
that
did.
lesson.
I mean, no, what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that that's not. This is going to be a lesson that he may not wake up from. I
Dude,
think
he
if
doesn't learn shit. Come on.
Also,
Fucking
you
Connor
know, and you know what, and it's sad because you're probably exactly right. He probably didn't learn shit from it and will do it the next. Okay, okay, now, but eventually, the rent comes due.
oh,
Oh,
he
he
really
he
got
made
fucked up
$100 million
by her
for
iron
fighting Floyd
claw.
Mayweather. He's fine.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not talking about from the monetary.
Oh,
I'm just saying though. When you talking about, especially talking about fighters, I don't know, man. I'm a firm belief that if you want you have to talk shit, fine. But if you're not judicious on who you talk shit to, something may happen to you. That's all I'm saying.
I'm actually surprised that
that's fair.
there was only a brawl after the fight and not like any type of gunshots or anything. I was expecting to hear from the
All
news
right,
like
Mr. Matt.
people were just getting shot or something.
Will you do a quick lead in to the self help scheme that was going on in YouTube to
Oh, the
run Bunk up to
better
speed while I go
was it
grab a
better
water?
help, right?
Yes. Will you give him a quick rundown, real quick?
So there's this big YouTuber called Philip DeFranco, and he started. You know how people do ads on like podcasts and whatever. So he started doing an ad about this counseling service, online counseling service where you could call the service for you pay like $200 a month or whatever, and you get to talk to a counselor. And then
Like,
they say it's a discounted way because if you have to see it in person, it costs a lot more. So they're saying it's like a cheaper way to get help. So they go into this spiel about like, oh, there's this big depressing problem in the country, blah 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 blah, and then we think this service will help you out and whatever. So he started spreading this around to all the other YouTubers, and then it's just, and then later on, they found out it's all a freaking scam. That none of the counselors are actually. You can't even find where they were. Like you check their profiles, like it goes to nowhere, and then it's just as a pyramid scheme. Like every every other person, every other YouTuber that signs up people, it goes to Philip DeFranco's account. Like he gets like a referral or whatever.
hmm,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
wow. I mean, man, you would think that in this age of scams and shit, phone calls and the tech support scams, you think that people will stop falling for this shit. But I guess not. um,
Well, podcasts are a really good way to to show like shit show shit like that now. Definitely.
I thought that there was a story. I can't remember. It was like a news outlet, and they were doing like an investigative story on. Was she a psychic? And they wound
Miss
and they
Miss
and they
Cleo?
they tried to people be she says send me money, I'll tell you about your future, and they tried to track down this lady, and it turns out that like they ran into was shell companies, and they could never and even after all they did investigate for like 6 months, and they still couldn't figure out where this money was going. And man, the next time I can't think of her name, and you probably seen the commercial for it.
Is that the telephone like psychic that said like
Well, I know it's not Miss Cleo, 'cause Miss Cleo's dead actually.
What?
Yeah,
I just hopped
She
in. What are we
is?
talking about? Miss Cleo is dead?
yeah, she died a couple
Wow.
years ago.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think I heard about that.
yeah, she died from
Yeah.
cancer,
She died in
or
2006.
some people have referred to God's judgment.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah,
that's vicious.
I know, but the truth hurts, honey. Uh,
Oh,
Oh, speaking of phone scams, I was listening to This American Life, and there's this one old dude who set up like a pen pal service where he faked being a chick, and he would send letters to like lonely old guys for like 10 years. Like a bunch of guys is just sending him money and gifts and everywhere. He was just right back, pretending to be this chick. Then they instantly found out, and then the people that got scammed, they still wanted to they still wanted to contact him somewhere. And
oh
this
my
guy,
gosh!
he had no sympathy or whatever. He was just like, yeah, I mean, I did it, and whatever. Shit is so fucked.
Wow. Well,
it's
and you
kind of
know
funny
what?
though,
You know
because at
what?
least he's fucking going for it. He's like, I don't
And the
care.
thing though is that it's really despicable because of course they understand that most old people, we're not going to be too far behind. You get lonely. Nobody comes to visit you. None of your family come visit you, and so yeah, that's. By the way, so Coop, I can't risk playing any of those videos because I already have a copyright strike against me.
Can't get copy striked.
Yeah, YouTube is not fucking around anymore.
Yes, no
And
more copy
and what
strikes.
we when now it is time for a new. It's a time for a new video streaming storage service to compete against YouTube because they have a monopoly and now they're flexing their muscle.
Yep,
Wait, who put a strike on you?
No, I mean now it's automated now.
I
Oh,
know. And then it by the time it won't affect something like us, but think of a video that goes viral immediately and then gets that auto flag and gets demonetized, and then they don't get paid for the views, even if it's found out later to be like, oh, they didn't do anything wrong. Like, oh, this is a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually watching a video put up by Maximilian and what he had been going through, and yeesh, it's rough. I can say it's very very rough. But all right, so what else we got?
Uh, I wish people would use the right channel.
Yeah,
Oh
I
wait.
know, because I mean, like, you keep on saying, please submit your suggestions to the show suggestion Discord.
Yeah,
Crickets.
I tag everybody. I try. Let me see. Uh, yeah, that depression service really pisses me off though. I didn't get to really speak on it. That just really pisses me off. And that guy's a fucking scumbag. DeFranco. He's a fucking piece of shit. Do you follow Mr. Metacore at all?
What is that? I heard you guys mention that.
You
Is
don't
it,
know
You
who
is
gotta
Mr. Metacore
show
is?
Bunk the DSP video.
no, if it's of him back,
No, show him the
if that's
persecution.
if it's of him whacking off, I don't need to see that.
no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no. It's
Okay.
something completely different.
I don't like the sound of this.
No, it's you remember when there was the allegations that he was doing something with some prostitute and then didn't pay her?
Oh, yeah, I regularly remember that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then it turned out there was no prostitute and that it was these two fucking
It goes
crazy
into like
fucking
some
people.
crazy movie shit. That's crazy.
Dude, it was one of the most crazy videos I've had. Like,
You gotta watch this video, and we gotta shoot.
we could do a full show
Oh yeah, that
just
was the
on
mindfuck
this
one.
video. Hold on. I'm gonna link it to you, Ben, and then not tonight, obviously, but we can talk about it because it will blow your fucking mind. And it's nothing that's like gonna, you know, really affect you. It's just all right, let me go here. I got it. So boom, boom, boom. And I recommend this if you have not seen this video to anybody in here. You need to watch it.
Oh,
So
oh,
yeah,
okay. Let's say, hold on. Um, So I had someone come on, not message me and ask me to do a financial tip list. You know, they say I work for a bank, and so they says, can you give people some financial tips? So I thought about this over the last week, and so I decided to do my this next segment called "What to Do and What Not to Do When Buying a Car." Um, Let me first start by pitfall. The number one pitfall when people have when buying a car is they have no idea what their credit is. If
Yep.
your credit is going to be the biggest determining factor on whether or not you get a good deal for your car. That's hardly any news. So just like with anything, cars. Well, just not like with anything. Actually, cars and houses are two most expensive things you purchase. So take some time to do some preparation. First of all, look at your credit. You need to know your credit score. If your score is above 700, the odds are you will be able to get a decent deal for your car. If you're over 750, you're in a small category of people with great credit, and you have more leverage. If you're below 680, you may be able to get a car, but A, it's not going to be what you want, and B, you're going to pay out the ass for it, and they have the leverage. So protect your credit like it's your asshole. Let me repeat
Okay.
that. Protect your credit like it's your asshole. All right. So let's say you have decent credit. Before you step foot on a dealer's lot, you need to have an idea of what you're going to be buying. Do not depend on the salesman to give you a objective overview of what you're buying. All right. So there are obviously many car magazines out there you can research for your cars, and uh and all of that. And those are good tools. All right. Another tip is when you're buying any particular car model, never buy a stripper model. And no, I don't mean the model with the stripper. I mean some people buy trying to get a car that they really can't afford, so they try to buy the stripped down version of it. The reason why you don't want to do this is because it affects the resale value of that car a lot. Because people tend to buy cars that have the most bells and whistles. And if your car has no bell, no whistle, no shit, you're gonna have a hard time trying to sell the car. Because by the way, let me get this straight. When you trade in a car, you're getting ripped off. I don't care what you
Yeah,
think.
never trade. If you own the car, never trade.
Yes,
Never trade.
sell the
Always sell.
car
Always sell.
outright. All right. So when you go into buying the car, they do the test drive and all of that stuff. Now, here's the thing. I have a rule. I don't buy usually on the first time I'm there at the dealership. Even if they what I think they give me is a good deal. Because it's all a it's there it's like a poker. You know, you gotta show your poker face. Thank you. Let me just take the time. Now you might think it's a great deal and you really want the car, but you can't let them know that. So you say, hey, thank you. I'm gonna take some time to think about it, etc. Also, whatever deal they give you, never accept the first deal they offer you. It's always the worst one. Never, ever, ever. They never give you the first deal, the best deal right away. It always takes at least three times. And also another rule is that there is no such thing as something that's non-negotiable. When I go to a dealer, if they say, "I'm sorry, this stuff is non-negotiable," I like, "Thank you." You know the one thing I can't negotiate? Me walking my ass back out to my car.
Yep, I see ya.
Yeah. Don't ever be afraid to walk out. In fact, that's probably your greatest leverage because they don't want to lose their sale. Because when you walk out the door, the odds of you coming back are become very small. They understand that they got to strike while the iron is hot. Threatening to walk out is probably your greatest. Believe it or not, that's one of your greatest means of leverage. And again, even if you think you're getting a good deal, Jim, am I missing anything so far?
No, we always talk about car stuff over the years, so I'm on the same page.
All right. All right. So, rule number 3, never buy American. No, I'm just kidding. No,
You said it. I didn't say it.
yeah, I know. And here's the thing. Let me just put this out there. In today's world, number one when buying a car is you buy what you want and you buy what you like. There is no such thing as a good deal on a car that you didn't want. Okay. Second of all, do I pay attention to reliability reports, dependability studies, JP Power, consumer reports? Yes and no. I think that they can be a tool, but ultimately I'm still going to buy what I want because when you buy what you want, you're willing to deal with the hiccups that may come along with it. There are certain things that people they either they put too little or too much stock into it. For me, for example, I would never buy an FCA car, which what is Chrysler. I believe because the company as a whole do not invest into building good cars. They just don't. FCA has a horrible track record on dependability studies, and I believe that all, like with any company, starts at the top. They don't invest in building good cars. It is shoddy workmanship from start to finish. So I would never buy a FCA car. That's just it. Now, a lot of people are like, well, okay, buy a Honda. Honda's great. They have such a great. Yes, they do. But I would tell you that if you buy any car just because it got high rates in dependability studies, you have a high chance of being disappointed because a car is a very complicated set of components and parts together. The odds of you going through the life of the car without having something break on you are remote. Something will happen. That's just how it is. So that's why, you can put too much stock into it. It does not mean the odds, yes, the odds are better that you will have less problems with the Honda than you would with the FCA car. But to think that you're not going to have any problems at all is being unrealistic. Also, if you buy a high performance car, you should know that yes, they're just there too. You're gonna pay a price for having that level of performance.
Yes,
All right.
unless it's like a S2000, the second generation. That's the only thing I could think of. No, I really had to scratch my head there. As far as bulletproof cars, the second generation S2000, man, that's a fucking bulletproof car.
Yeah, I mean, as
Hell,
long as
hell of a fucking vehicle. Hell of a
um,
fucking.
and as long as you don't. Well, I mean, that's great. It's great because when people are always like, okay, whose car are we gonna go in? Oh, I got the S2000, man. I only got one
That's
seat.
part of the reason I like the appeal of that car.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't do it anymore because I have the kid.
Right.
But fuck, that's why I like the RX-8. Technically there was a back seat, but if you were above the height of 5'4", you were not getting into that back seat. There was
It-
no way you were getting in that back seat. That car, oh, it was a terrible back seat. The only cars I've ever been in with worse back seats were both Toyotas, the Supra and the MR2.
yeah,
Those are not real back seats. Oh,
right,
and
right.
one more, 300ZX.
Oh my gosh, you went back a while. Oh yes,
Yeah,
man,
all right.
they're everywhere though. I mean, those cars. If you
They
have
were
one,
very popular, very popular.
you're very popular. If you have one and you're not even a car enthusiast, hey man, you people will pay top dollar, even if it's just a piece of shit.
They're
Uh,
all pieces of shit.
I
That's
mean, no,
not.
I mean, like, in other words, you didn't keep up with
I
it, and
know,
it's a
I know.
piece of shit. Yeah, yeah, people still pay the top dollar for it. Oh, a word to the wise. So, in a lot of cars, a lot of Volkswagens, especially Volkswagens, actually, I think Hyundai has a couple, and BMWs, Audis. So, if you have a dual clutch transmission, which is basically an automated manual because it does not have a torque converter, it has clutch. Um, you should know that just like it is on a manual transmission, those clutch packs do wear out. When they do, that shit is going to set you back 5 grand. Unless you can find, unless you're going to be able to find a technician that can replace it for you that knows their
Good luck.
shit on dual clutches, yeah, it's gonna be 5 grand. Just putting that out there, especially
That's not good.
no, I mean, and it's not, and I mean, no, and it's not good. But a lot of people that like they don't think about it. They think, oh, it's an automatic. No, automatic will last the life of the car. Dual clutch transmission, you're going to replace the clutch packs somewhere between 50 and 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
And so now, of course, now it should be say full disclosure that Jim actually does have a Volkswagen, but he was smart because he bought a stick.
Yes, I did not get the DSG model.
Yes, which mean, and that's fine because I mean, but if you are in the automobile repair business, replacing a clutch is 101. I mean, it's going to be one of the few most. If you have any type of dependable shop, that's going to be one thing that you're going to be doing almost all the time because clutches do wear out.
Hmm.
They vary. Some people, some clutches that only last 50,000 miles. Some people on their first clutch and this has 150,000 miles on their car. It just depends on really how good is the clutch and how good of you driving that clutch. Um, but
It's true.
okay. Um, I just saw the new BMW 3 Series. There is no
I,
more.
I I haven't seen it.
There's no more
Post the link.
stick. Period.
Oh,
There is no more stick. The only way you can get a stick in the new BMW 3 Series, you have to get an M3 or M4, which means $80,000.
oh,
Yeah, oh, is right. The fuck is wrong with him?
that's bad.
That's real bad. I mean, this is heredity. This is heretics right here. This is heresy. I'm sitting here saying that you can. There's a big thread about it. If you go on M3 forums where they like, no, you cannot get. They said the only way you can get a 3 Series with a stick that's not an M3 or M4 is if you buy the diesel model, which is not going to be available in the United States.
I don't know, man. I don't like the shift in that.
That is just.
Everything's just nerfed now.
I know. I mean, it's and uh, I thought that BMW would be the last company to get away from that. But yeah, you cannot buy a stick in the next upcoming 3 Series unless you want an M3, M4, and I'm not going to pay 80 grand. Sorry. Even if I had the money, I
Why
still
would
would.
you?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And yeah, it's a sad day. It's a sad day for the United States. If you're a car enthusiast, especially if you're a BMW file, sad day for you folks. All right,
rest in peace.
R.I.P. Rip Rip. Speaking of Rip, did you listen to the interview with the Tekken player, the Tekken legend? You hear
Which
what he
one?
said that he believed what the next big Namco title is going to be?
No, I missed this completely.
Yeah, he's like, book it, people. Tekken versus Street Fighter is coming.
Oh, who said this?
Rip.
Really?
Okay, yeah. I take Rip with a grain of salt.
I mean, I don't know him, but I'm just like, I honestly, now believe me, I did believe that Tekken versus Street Fighter. Before Tekken 7, I was thinking that that it was still going to come out. I think they scrapped the idea and just incorporated it into Tekken 7. I
Yeah,
think that
that's what they did. They ruined my game. They fucking ruined my game. Garbage. I swear to God, it's so fucking garbage. Anyway,
I'm so sorry. I mean, how by the way, how broken was Akuma when he first got into Tekken 7?
it was not so much he's broken, it was the fact that he didn't make sense.
Mm.
And in that game, it's really important to okay, so in Tekken you have to know so much about so many characters with so much frame data. But there, when you add in a character that has his own meter that is custom to him, he has a dive kick and the demon flip that is custom to him. And then none of it makes any sense. It's like in the Tekken universe sense. It was a real hard pill to swallow, dude. It was really hard pill to swallow. Like I still play Tekken sometimes, but I don't love the game, man. I just don't love it.
Speaking of which, how is everybody enjoying this new patched Tekken 7 Season 2 night now?
I haven't heard too many complaints.
That's good.
I mean, there's some dumb, silly, broken shit, but when is that not going to happen?
Um, I mean, right,
Seriously.
right. By the way, so I know that you have not been a big fan of the guest character, but
Oh yeah, I hate it.
I do want to ask you though, what would be a dope guest character that will fit well into Tekken 7 that no one's thinking about?
Uh, it's hard to say because you remember the old Soul Calibur games, like the guest characters they had.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had Heihachi, they had Link, they had all sorts of random shit. Always
Darth Vader.
Yoshimitsu made his appearance. Yeah, Darth Vader. Yeah, Darth Vader.
Yoda, Mega Man.
Yep, they had a lot. I'm
Not
trying
Mega
to think
Man,
of like something.
Yoda.
You know who would be really really funny?
Mm.
Would be Cuphead.
Oh, that's a
That'd be
good
really funny
idea.
because you make him like roll size, like from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like you make him his whole thing all like fucked up and stupid because the game's already fucked up and stupid. You might as well just go all in. Fucking Cuphead would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Although now that it couldn't work. I think he's Xbox property only, even though he's on PC too, and isn't Tekken only PS4 and PC. Maybe it could
Wait,
work
wait, wait. I thought Tekken.
if they wanted it to work.
Wait. I thought Tekken 7 was on Xbox.
No, it's PS4 and PC.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I told you.
You sound surprised that
No, I
the
thought for
second
sure.
property wouldn't be on
No, yeah.
PS4.
It's not.
I
It's not the
mean,
case.
I don't know why. But I just thought that. Wait a minute. It says Tekken 7 for Xbox One. What are you guys talking about?
Didn't it initially launch though only on PS4?
Yeah. Let me see what the release date says.
Don't Easy buys like a 6-month period where they can't like run both
Oh
of them.
no! Wow, no, didn't. Okay, I know. I think I think Coop's right. I think there was like an initial time when it was just PS4, but
Oh,
they didn't go as far as Street Fighter did.
okay. Okay.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, cool.
So, because the only reason I was asking though is because I remember someone because I mean, if I remember correctly, like didn't isn't Tekken 7 on Xbox One X comes closest to 4K?
Yes.
Like, yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, by the way, what is your impression? Let me ask you: did you download the Soul Calibur 6 demo?
No.
Or
No.
are you going to try to play at all?
No. I don't play games that have a fucking block button.
Wait. I thought that was Dead or Alive.
No. Soul Calibur has a block button.
Soul Calibur has a block button.
Yes.
Okay. I thought that died with Mortal Kombat.
No. I will not play a game that has a block button. I won't even entertain the idea of playing a demo of a game that has a block button.
QA, Full Caliber.
Yeah, it's literally just like that is mongoloid status. No, thank you.
I'm afraid, folks, that this brings us to the end of our section for Soul Calibur 6. I am so sorry we were not able to get more in depth about the game, but that game has now been relegated to
To
roll
death.
tier. Yeah.
I
I
mean, it
rather
sucks, but I can't do it. I can't. I don't like that. As it doesn't matter if you like Street Fighter or you like Tekken or you like King of Fighters or whatever or Marvel. A game with an assigned block button, that shit is trash to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I just want to say for the record that Shaq Fu does not have a block button.
See, better game.
There you go, people.
Definitely a better game.
Tweet to Bandai Namco to make Soul Calibur great again.
Oh God. I don't even think you could tweet that without a Twitter storm coming at you calling you a white supremacist.
Oh my gosh. I will gladly be the black blind.
No, they will call you that too. They'll be like, "Oh, he's black. He's not really black. He's a black white supremacist."
I will be the black blind white supremacist if it means taking a block button. I will take
Speaking of
the L.
Oh God,
getting
please.
people
No.
mad,
No,
I
please.
saw Filthy Rich posted a picture of like a OK sign. I was like, I bet James Chen Ultra did fucking came on it. I was really like, how dare you do an OK sign?
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I'm-
you linking.
I don't even.
By the way,
That's so good.
Jim, can I ask you a quick question before we look at this?
Sure.
What did you think about the NFL's change to the overtime rules? Going down to 10 minutes?
I think that we're gonna have a lot more ties as evidence.
Oh
is
yeah,
shown.
because man, because did you see the Dallas Houston? They're now going into overtime. I'm like, my God, this is like a
What?
weekly
That game
occurrence.
is still being played.
I know the game is going
Yeah,
to
it is.
overtime.
Fucking 11:30 my time. Jesus.
By
That's
the
some
way,
shit.
I saw something. Now Jim saw it for his own two eyes. I've seen a underhanded pitch I have never seen before in my fucking life. That guy, when he threw the ball, his hand was like 6 inches off the ground when he threw the ball. An underhanded pitch.
Yeah.
I've seen underhanded through pitches before. I have never seen somebody throw a pitch that low to the ground before. That
Actually, I
batter was
have.
like, "What the hell is this shit?" and he got struck out.
Yeah, he got fucked on.
All right, did y'all post the link? Let me see what you guys are talking about with Filthy Rich.
Well, Mr. Met, he's got to post it.
In Germany, Merkel rejects demands from youth group Young Union of the CSU for term limits of chancellors. Oh, of course. Yes.
Of course. In the Cenk Unger voice.
Breaking news. And one day on the bench, Justice Kavanaugh has now hired as many African American Supreme Court clerks as Justice Ginsburg has in the entire school's tenure. Clerk.
Clerk, that sounds like slave to me.
I'm like, I'm just sitting there going, I mean, it's like, I'm like,
See, Ben, we were talking the same fucking thing at the same time. Clerk? Like, clerk? Are you kidding me? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, massa.
Yes, massa. Yes, massa.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, massa. Thank you, massa.
Your royal penis
Clerk.
is clean now. Your royal penis is clean.
What is a clerk in this role? I gotta figure this out.
No, I just said it. Your royal penis is clean now.
Hold on. Stop it.
Come on,
Supreme
man.
Court
Come on.
clerk.
I mean,
Hold on. Actually, I want to see the really important salary. $74,872.
Damn, they get paid more than I do. Fuck yeah, dude.
Not bad. Supreme Clerk of the Supreme Court.
the Supreme Clerk.
The clerk of the Supreme Court of the United States is the officer of the Supreme Court of the United States responsible for overseeing filings with the court and maintaining its records. The current clerk is Scott Harris. I'm pretty sure Scott Harris is no longer the current clerk since a black man just got that job, or a black woman. I don't know.
Wait,
what that link
they
said.
only have one clerk? There's like a lot of fucking.
So if there, wait,
going
I'm so
on.
confused. Is it if there's only one? Why is it even a talking point?
Yeah, and then plus he's using clerks, so I imagine there's more.
Why are they making a big deal
Yeah,
if it's only one person? And she only did it within 13 years. Like, do they not have the same lifetime role? Like, how long can you be clerk for? History. I'm so confused.
Man, I'm just going to say because
I'm so confused. The role of the clerk and deputies or assistants should not be confused with the court's law clerks. So,
but the law clerk, I thought the law clerk was the equivalent of what's the like the people that help-
paralegal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
When I'm reading this more, it sounds like a paralegal.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. I don't get this. I think that's dumb. Whatever. Everything's got to be about race.
Congratulations, we got a Negro
Yep.
That's the thing.
as the Supreme Court clerk.
Are you slow clapping that shit?
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be something.
Oh, Mr. Met linked the thing. He put it into general.
What, played Tekken ranked and got to work this morning. I don't understand. What is that a picture of?
Boxing gloves
I think those
and
are
a helmet.
gloves.
It's his headgear.
Okay.
Oh, bunk.
It's like
Ben, please. But he did the white power sign, as you can clearly see.
oh,
Can you see it?
Oh, I'm gonna take a picture of that because I want to do the same, make the same way because I believe in
Good.
white power.
You should. You should. What's really funny is, you know what we teach our daughter what that sign is?
Mm.
It's a fucking rabbit.
Oh,
It looks like a fucking rabbit. It's not white
It looks
power.
like the Playboy.
Goddamn
It looks like the
reactionary idiots.
it looks like the Playboy rabbit.
Yeah, it's a fucking rabbit.
That
Oh
rascally
my!
rabbit.
Yeah, it's a white supremacist rabbit, obviously.
The Kavanaugh rabbit.
Wow. Oh, let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on for a second here.
Hey, Bunk, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So the whole Kavanaugh
Ooh,
thing, and
Kavanaugh.
there's always this. Wow, there's always there's like
Filthy
this
Rich
thing
is
on
one of those
Twitter
Asian white supremacists.
where
obviously.
there people are saying about the blue wave. Like the whole the Democrats are gonna take back the House in November. What are your what do you think predicts gonna happen like around November? You think the Democrats are gonna get control back, or because of like the voting, or no?
No,
It's possible.
no.
I've been reading that this whole Kavanaugh thing has been reuniting the GOP base to vote. So who knows?
You know what? You know what? I would have more faith in the U.S. government if Palpatine was running it. End the story.
So does Washington have a write-in candidate? Are you gonna write in Palpatine?
I think
That's a
Palpatine
good
already is
question.
running it, though.
Because when I look at when I look at it's I love Star Wars for this because like when I look at senators and everything, it's like I just look at it like when they're on the Senate floor of Star Wars. It's like the shit is all for show. Nothing is really democratic as people making it out to be. So I just don't honestly care, in the sense that do I think anything meaningful is going to happen, because what's going to happen is, they go in, they take back the house, and then once the lights goes off, they all go into a little room and they kneel down and they all say, "What is thy bidding, my master?" And then the
Is
Republicans
that
go the
George
same.
Soros or Palpatine?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you see Trump actually did the George Soros shit? He named George Soros as like the person funding all of the bullshit against him. Oh, it's so bad. I bet Eddie Bravo had like 86 orgasms reading that tweet from Trump calling out George Soros.
Serious?
Bro, you didn't see that? Old.
Honestly, it's just it's interesting. Everyone think I see. This is one of those things where, of course, the media has a heavy hand in it. As far as what Trump is doing as president, it's actually pretty mainstream. If it wasn't for him talking,
Oh, he's so fucking ridiculous when he speaks.
I mean,
Just
yeah, if
stop
he wasn't
talking.
talking, he would be one of the more moderate presidents you probably encounter because he really hasn't done anything that will make you go, "Oh my gosh," the
What?
world is going to the hell. Well, the world is going to hell, but not really just because of him. Um,
Well, yeah. I mean, Trump has tried to do this, but
if he just stopped
he's
talking,
he
he would just have a shoe in for his second term.
like
He's
people
a
think
shoe
Trump
in
is doing all this
anyways.
crazy
He's
stuff,
gonna
but
get
like we're showing the system is able to block whatever shit he's actually trying to do. So
dude Bunk. I
he's
don't
just
know
going.
who.
Yeah.
I don't know who the DNC is gonna even line up to
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Paid
like
by Soros. There it is. I put it in the.
like
Hold
what are
on.
you gonna do? Like get Elizabeth Warren? I mean, people have already know that she isn't that good. Bernie Sanders is like 100 years old. I mean,
I'm hearing Joe Biden again. I guess.
Joe Biden has no chance. He's a fucking pedophile. He's
dude,
gonna get destroyed.
they're
Is
gonna
Yeah, I
he?
know,
spin
but
those
I didn't know
weird
that.
creepy pictures
Yeah,
of
he's a fucking
Biden.
pedophile, dude.
He's a pedophile. Pedophiles are everywhere, even in the chat room.
Yeah, I don't go into any chat rooms that have pedophiles anymore.
I know what you mean.
I don't do that.
You know who called out Soros also? Glenn Lowry.
What?
His latest one with John McWhorter, he was talking about how all these groups funded by people like George Soros and stuff. It was pretty funny. You gotta look at that one.
That's pretty crazy, dude.
Glenn Lowry used to be president.
Yeah, Glenn is pretty elite.
Is he more on the right wing side, though?
No, he
Since
used to
it's,
be.
since it's a two-party system, I know there's the
I
third
like
party, but that's bullshit.
Glenn is a good person.
You know
There.
what? Huh?
Nothing. I'm talking to myself.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I guess Hillary can try and run again.
I'm just kind of like running through a bunch of tweets. You'll get a laugh out of this. Vox posted an article this morning, and they're trying to discover the mystery of why health insurance deductibles are up so much from 10 years ago. Do I even need to say what
Yeah,
happened
sorry.
10 years ago to cause this?
Not like some big bill passed.
No, it's not. It's definitely not Obamacare. Obamacare definitely didn't do this and fuck up the whole sector. Definitely not that. That's so funny to me.
To be honest with you, I don't know.
It was Obamacare.
Oh, it was
Obamacare. Yeah, it was Obamacare. I was just being facetious.
Oh, I was going to say, well, when they made health insurance, here's the thing about it is when they made health insurance mandatory, then I mean, it didn't take. I mean, to me, it didn't take more than a few brain cells to remember that is going to be the health insurers and the pharmaceutical companies that are going to greatly benefit from that. I
Wow,
mean,
that what you just posted, Jim. That's a Google designer.
Are you reading the thing I just posted?
Yeah. Man, there's so many threats against the GOP, and it's like they're still around. I mean,
What's funny is how
what
like
the heck is this?
you
You
saw
are
the tweet.
finished. You polished the final nail for your own car. You polished the final nail for your own coffins. That doesn't even make sense. Okay. Hope the last images burned into your slimy, evil, treasonous retinas are millions of women laughing. What? What is? This is from a lead. This is from a lead Google designer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ugh.
You know what's funny? It's like people get mad at Roseanne for making a joke about a government person who she didn't think she was black. That's why she said that. Well, like people get mad at Louis C.K. for asking people to jerk on front of him, which is creepy, but like whatever. Or like people making jokes or people posting actual stats or whatever, saying it's racist or whatever. Or like shit like that. And then, but these same people say like Brick Kavanaugh should be killed or whatever, or like some
I
random
shouldn't laugh.
the
Oh my
random
God.
white people saying like a racial joke or whatever, they should be killed, or like all white people should be killed, all X persons should be killed. And
I
then
don't see. The problem with that is that they need to embrace Thanos' vision. Only half of them need to
like
die.
they're the one that's saying the extreme things. Like imagine if a Republican Google designer was saying these things, but like for the other side, people would be calling that another Charlottesville or something. When Charlottesville is like one of the only things that these white people have done All the other things have been the other side.
All I know is this is gonna happen again when eventually when RBG retires and Trump will assign another Supreme Court justice, and we'll be in the same situation as the
That's so
Kavanaugh one.
crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna
That's
be
so
the
fucking
same
crazy,
exact
dude.
thing.
I don't know. I got nothing. That shit's fucking nuts.
Bunk, did you see that tweet I posted before?
Do
The
you
guy
are
that
finished?
Kavanaugh is
GOP is. Oh
replacing.
no, this is something before that.
The guy that Kavanaugh replacing. Pretty much, they voted the same way for the past like their whole careers on every case. So it's pretty much is the same person.
um, Jason, I just read your comment. Derek Carr passes the ball at the 1 yard line, intercepted, no handoff to beast mode. Oh, I'm sorry, I found that kind of funny.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, "You're gonna pass the ball, aren't you?" I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" God damn
I
it,
think
Green.
Jason's muted. Jason, talk.
Yeah?
I hear Rick Jason.
I hear Jason.
Maybe you.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's-
My headphone thing is all fucked up. I've had a few moments tonight where I haven't heard anybody for like 20 seconds at a time. Then I randomly hear everybody.
Oh no. Lawyer representing woman who claims she was raped by Ronaldo reveals she has been contacted by
Yeah.
another alleged victim.
Double rape.
Oh.
Bum bum ba bum. Meow.
Oh my goodness.
Bum bum ba bum.
Just
Phew.
Ronaldo, man, if you're listening, man, if you only dated me, you wouldn't have all these issues.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, Bunkei would be very discreet.
That's
He
right,
let
man.
it. He would let it rock.
I'm all about keeping it on the DL.
Discretion. Discretion.
Discretion is advised.
Hey,
Yes.
Bunk, did you see the news for the new Star Wars live action that they greenlighted?
That sounds horrible.
I have to take a shit.
Okay. Well, there you go.
No, I'm like my stomach just turned, and now there's
Okay,
definitely a
okay.
brown
That's great.
there's definitely a brown river.
Okay, that is definitely news.
That's definitely a brown river income or outgoing.
That is excellent.
But go ahead.
No, you need to go ahead. You need to go ahead and take care of
No,
yourself.
no. I mean, no. Let me, because once you start telling me, it'll come out easier. Come on.
Oh, that is not ideal.
Yeah.
No. Here, let me put on general.
By the way, I do give something. There is one thing I like in the Han Solo film, and that's that fucking that female robot. She was cracking me the fuck up.
There you go, Ben. Yeah, it's supposed to be based on the
Wow.
clones.
Oh my god! I gotta take a shit. I'll be right back.
Good. Okay. Okay.
Just want to say that is not Django or Boba's helmet. I don't know what the fuck that is. That is not their helmet.
Well, it's supposed to be a prequel. So maybe at a different
It's supposed to be set after.
Are you serious?
For the new ones, I guess.
We need.
I'm so upset I can't even take a shit in peace.
Wait, you're
That sounds-
upset?
That sounds like a personal problem.
Check your shit privilege.
Your shitledge.
Ben, are you really disappointed? Like,
You know why I'm disappointed.
it's not. It's. I don't think the director is. Who the fuck is the
The
director?
rectum?
The rectum?
I said the
Who's
rectum.
rectum?
Whose rectum? My rectum hurts.
Are you serious?
Okay. Okay, you got the director from Jessica Jones. That is not what I wanted to see.
Hey, you got the guy from Thor.
He's got a rectum?
Thor Ragnarok was pretty good.
Ragnar?
I'm thinking that maybe I should just. I'm just going to go ahead and just take a shit myself right in my chair. Here.
Just go. Just go. We'll be
no,
fine.
no,
We'll make it without you.
No. It's just that I just realized that I'm so disgusted. I'm willing to wallow my own feces just to protest this.
Wow, that's really brave. When will Nike
Good
give you
on
your
you.
contract?
I'm doing this for you guys.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum 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 bum. Yeah, there we go. Bum bum bum.
Bum bum bum. Ah, he shit his pants.
Oh my
Ben,
god.
Ben, it
Some
could be
shit, you
worse,
gave me some
man.
shit.
It could be George Lucas, right? Or are you,
know
still
what?
wishing?
You know what?
you wish
I'm almost to the point where I I can't
you
say
want
it.
George Lucas back?
I
Like
can't
that?
say
The
it. I
Last
can't
Jedi was
say
that
it.
bad?
It really was. It
Yeah.
really was.
Oh,
That was one of the worst movies of all time.
I mean, it and
hey, Russian trolls, man. Russian trolls. No.
because
Fake
even-
news.
Russian bots.
Okay, I really gotta take a shit. I'll be right back.
Okay, we know. You can go. God, him and his shits. I wonder if he shits in the same jar that Skeletor G shits in.
I heard that.
Have you
Wow.
heard that one, Atomic? The Skeletor G podcast.
Was that the one with the fat lady that he was
Yeah,
hanging around with?
Yeah, and she would run around naked and then shit in front of him. I can't. I'm gonna start laughing. I can't do it. I can't go there.
He's gonna shit his pants.
I'm not gonna shit my pants. But
Also,
I'll end up laughing too hard. That was the most ridiculous story I've ever heard a human tell.
Oh,
I don't know. The Mercury sword was just as
No,
no.
insane.
no way, dude. And then when they went to Olive Garden,
Oh my god.
I can't handle that shit. I can't handle it.
Dude, Jim, so the Dodgers lost.
Yeah, it's because they're
Feeling
bad.
Feeling kind of nervous again. Man, fuck you.
It's tied? Or
Jim.
are
No,
they-
it's done.
Jim.
Oh, it is? Fuck.
5-6. Yeah,
Jim.
Braves won.
No, I mean, they won the series?
Jim.
No.
What?
No,
I
Dodgers
can hear
beat-
you. They're just talking over you. What?
What? You gonna talk to them about how he knocked over the bucket of shit?
Yeah, they knocked over the bucket of shit and it spilled everywhere. And Skeletor G is mentally scarred. And then they had to take it outside and they had to put it in the hole. They had to dig a hole and put the shit in the hole. And Skeletor G had to watch this fat ass woman fucking do that shit every day. And somehow he didn't blow his own fucking brains out.
And
You think it's because he needed the money?
and remember the bed sore she had that he had to wipe up the blood from.
I can't do this. Oh, that was a good time.
That was a Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I remember that because I was at home visiting my family, and and I was downstairs and I was having a beer, and then I'll never forget how scarred that made me feel. I was like, "Oh my god, please stop!" I was like, "No more, no more." Oh, whoa! What is that?
If
Okay.
Skeletor G was a comic, he could make like a whole stand-up special. Just the bastard.
He would be so elite.
Yo, he should totally do that shit.
I would.
Him and Blam Blam, I think, would become.
It's sad that Blam Bam abandoned the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in Epscom though. So rest in peace.
Oh yeah. Blamcom.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't miss IRC, dude.
We're
I really don't. You know me. I would have
Yeah.
been back by now.
Yeah.
My
Like
life
if
improved.
I don't know. It really did. My life definitely improved since I got off there. Like I just can't. I don't like it. It's just not for me anymore. Like it's not. It's not the same as it used to be. And plus, I like. I don't know. I'm not like some people that can have the time like to sit and play fucking video games literally all day and all night. Like I can't do that. And then like taking playing online seriously is like, nah, dude. I'm cool. I'm done. If I want to play, I'll play games with you guys. Like I'm not a fucking pro. I don't pretend to be a fucking pro. It is what it is. Just people are very interesting in that channel. And then the neck beards and all that. Yeah, that it went to shit pretty bad. But the best thing you can do is like just not go if you don't like something. So it is what it is. But yo, your boy went social justice warrior though, Mr. Matt?
Huh?
Your boy flushes?
What he did?
You were saying he went, or was it you? Somebody was saying.
Oh yeah.
What did he do?
The fuck was? Oh, it was about that the fucking mattress shit. You know those two
What
guys
mattress
that
shit?
shot the. This guy was trying to throw his mattress on this dude's lawn, and they were like, "You can't throw this shit here." You remember that shit?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
he got
yeah, yeah.
shot. So, Flushes was like, "You should never be able to shoot someone over a mattress." And then I was like explaining to him what actually happened, that he was actually threatening them, talking mad shit. His wife was egging him on, saying, "You're not gonna shoot him." And then right after that, they fucking shot him. Like they kept saying, no. First, they didn't even have any weapons on them, and then he's the one that got the bat. Say, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna kill you. All that. So they went back to the house and got like a shotgun, and his son got like a handgun or something, or a rifle. And then they kept saying, if you don't stop, we're gonna shoot you. Or pretty soon they threatened them to shoot him. And then at the end, the wife was like, "You're not gonna shoot him," and then they shot him a bunch of times. But like, yeah.
I mean, it's not funny. It's just I don't know.
And then I was explaining to Flushes like, yeah, it's not right that they shot him. They're probably gonna get arrested and fucked. But I'm just saying they live in Florida or whatever. It was Texas. Was it Texas or something? And then you're a redneck. You live in a redneck area. These two guys actually came out with guns, a shotgun and a handgun. Like, what the fuck are you thinking to happen? And your fucking wife's saying all this shit, and you're saying you're gonna kill him. I'm like, I was explaining all of this to Flushes, and Flushes like, he just kept saying you're not allowed to shoot him, and then saying I'm stupid or some shit.
Yeah, you're stupid and you're a white supremacist. That's crazy, man. Ugh.
I was
Any other good stories you have from there?
uh, oh, I was comparing to the Him Sleepy video on Worlds of Hip Hop. You saw that, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I was playing that to him, but he just totally ignored it, of course. These people. These type of people, there's like, oh, you have evidence or whatever. You can't use that shit on me.
Yeah,
Fucking funny time to be alive. What, What, Ben?
I'm back.
Oh,
I
Tommy,
it
did you
doesn't
hear
sound
about
like
that
you're
shit
back.
too? Like, did you see that video, Tommy?
I think he died.
Is he on? Oh,
No, he died.
or
He's on mute. He muted himself. That's okay.
All right, I'm back.
That's good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Wouldn't call that a good time, but had to be done.
Yep.
All right. So what are we talking about?
Homophobia and transphobia are punishable by up to 3 years in prison now in Switzerland. The law has passed.
sick. Wait, that's in Switzerland? I thought that was in Sweden. Damn.
No, Switzerland.
Wow. What the?
So that's really scary. So basically, if they want to throw you in jail, they could throw you in jail.
You're transgender. I'm afraid you're under arrest.
You are offending this community. 3 years in jail.
My gosh.
That's crazy.
Did you see the EU is about to ban memes?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if
Punk.
Ben has.
Oh, yeah.
Ask him.
Where's this?
How can you ban memes?
Because you're a fucking third world shit country.
Man. By the way, not to jump to back to football, but did you guys see that in Green Bay, their field goal kicker missed 5 kicks?
What?
He did. He
5
missed
field
5
goals or
kicks.
5 like
He
punters
missed
shit?
4 field goals and an after point. After
Damn.
So how is he still alive?
we haven't heard from him since he left the locker room.
That sounds like the Korean kicker was like 2 years ago, last year. He was supposed to be really good at all of his kicks. Then he got cut.
Yeah.
See, I have a theory about it. Whenever a field goal kicker missed that many kicks, that means he owes money to his bookie.
Yeah,
That's
or
what
they have his like kid ransom.
Yeah,
Either way, it's not a good time for him.
it's not, but
No, he's
if
in-
it was
he's in-
me and he had
he's
my
in
kid
progress.
ransom, I'm like, well, I always can make more kids, and I can't always make more money.
Bum 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 bum.
Was that
So,
wrong?
what do you think about this Mandalorian movie, Punk?
Um, can you give me a couple of seconds? I just now cutting my wrist. I just want to make sure the blood gets flowing.
Word.
Come on, come on, come on. You know this is a fire if you ever seen one.
It might be good. Who knows?
No, it's no.
He's
The
trolling.
first step,
He's trolling.
the
Wait,
first
did you
step
like that?
is not putting out hope.
So
What's
you
the
don't want
movie
him to
where-
have a new hope?
Bum bum bum.
Bum 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 bum.
What's the recent movie that Darth Vader he comes back and kills everybody in the movie at the end or something?
What? Revenge of the Sith?
No, this was a
The
recent movie.
Rogue
It was like a
Story.
side movie.
The Star Rogue One.
Yeah. Did you like that movie?
Darth Vader didn't come back and kill anybody in that. That was
He-
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh, I didn't watch that shit. So
Yeah,
Did
it was
I like it?
awful.
No. Did I like the film? Did I like the scene with Darth Vader? Yes. But you could tell that he's gotten a lot older. But still, it was nice to hear. It was nice to see James Earl Jones reprise the role one more time.
At least they let him be Darth Vader.
I mean, actually, really, he's been Darth Vader for the last 3 years for the Rebels. He's been voicing Darth Vader. Most people don't know, but uh, by the
That's
way,
funny.
I want to share something. So there is this guy that he did a cover for Legend of Zelda. You should guys listen to it, but it's really good. I mean, it's it's a soft tune and everything. I won't play it on here because again, I don't want no copyright strike. I don't think you'll give me a
No
copyright,
copy strikes.
but it is good nonetheless. You know, he's playing the violin, a viola, a flute, all for the for the same song. It's good. So plus, I need the Star Wars jib gone. I can't stand to look at that. So it's a good one.
Okay, I'll check that out after.
All right. Does anyone have anything else that they want to add?
I think I covered everything, unless Mr. Met has something, or Coop.
Mr. Matt?
I think we got nothing from him.
When are you gonna switch? Bunk.
Switch to switch to what?
When are you when are you going to buy a Switch? You
Well, then
have
doesn't
you even bought a
didn't
Nintendo thing
didn't
since
they
like
announce a new
beginning?
Switch?
No.
No,
Did they?
no, no. They're reporting there's a new Switch coming out next year.
Really?
Yeah,
What does it do?
we don't know yet, but if they build it, they will come.
That's not true because you don't even buy the original Switch.
That's true. That's true. And but I have no one to play it with.
I have a Switch.
You have a Switch.
Yes.
This changes things.
I've had a Switch for a year.
What?
Yeah. I was raving about Mario Odyssey. I love it.
Have you
Great
beaten
game.
it?
Oh, of course. I have that. I have Donkey Kong. I have Monster Hunter. And I have Mario Kart. Really good.
You know what? I think that's pretty much probably what the new Switch is going to be is to fix the hack exploit.
I need to hack mine. I don't want to pay for things.
So they can have all the emulators too. So can like is there a Wii U emulator yet?
Who the fuck would want to play anything from the Wii U?
I always wanted to play the new Super Mario Brothers. I never got around to it.
Yeah,
You could just
actually,
play Mario Odyssey. It's better.
yeah, the Wii U emulator is pretty good actually. You can play Zelda. I think you can play Mario.
Serious?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Damn.
Well,
Very cool.
Well, that's an interesting. We actually talked about video games.
I know. So, by the way, how do you get online? Because it doesn't have an Ethernet port. So you have to Wi-Fi this shit.
You're forced to use Wi-Fi. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Write your senator and tell them that it needs to be fixed.
Symphony of the Night. Oh, I would love to play Symphony of the Night again. All those
They should
great
make.
memories.
They should make an X Japan game.
Save Hide.
Yeah. Oh, that's dark.
I know that's that's so
That's
wrong.
dark. That's dark. That's not for Switch. That's definitely that's a PS4 title. Yeah, and you and I are the only ones that get that.
I know it's like, because I can just see. So I can see Toshi and Yoshiki, the double dragons.
Oh, stop it. Fucking Jesus. Jesus. Make it stop.
Oh my god. It'd be funny because Yoshi could probably play it on the piano.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
That's wrong. Oh.
Okay, I don't mean to go back here, but I'm gonna do it real quick before the show ends because I was so fucking confused by this, and now I think I'm even more confused.
Hmm.
Remember how we were talking about the clerks?
Oh no. They meant the
But-
show.
Hold on. So, by the traditions and rules that have developed around this procedure today, the 8 associate justices on the Supreme Court of the United States have the opportunity to select 4 clerks each term of the court.
What? Wait. They. What? Wait. What?
So each person, like Kavanaugh. Okay, so Kavanaugh is allowed to pick 4
Mm-hmm.
from this, but the Chief Justice is allowed 5. What the fuck is the advantage to having 5 secretaries to 4 secretaries? This is stupid. This is dumb. This is dumb. Fuck you for linking this. I'm fuck you. This is so stupid. This is so mundane.
I don't even understand what this clerk shit is about.
Exactly. Oh, Mr. Matt, your boy Front Row Brian is really fucking angry, dude.
About what?
That Connor lose. When he's saying like all this shit, and like he is clearly anti jihads. Like he is going in, dude. He's
Oh
going
yeah,
in.
he totally is. Of course, he's a.
So they
he's
haven't
just,
found
like,
their
chill,
journalist,
but,
huh?
like a little harder.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
They haven't found their journalist, huh?
Which journalist?
The journalist that went to what was it? We went to Turkey. Where was it?
Oh, that's not a place you go. You don't do that.
Wait, he got kidnapped by Saudi.
What
and
in the
got killed or
what the
something?
fuck does this mean? What the fuck does this mean?
What?
Well, I'm linking.
Terms like gay, lesbian, to employ attracted to the same sex, gender, are actually really transphobic. Think about this seriously.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Term. Wait. Let a gay man read it.
What does that
Terms like gay and lesbian to imply attraction to the same sex, gender, are actually really transphobic. Think about this seriously. Oh God, I hope that this person does not live in Switzerland.
I hope they don't live in anywhere that's a Muslim country.
I-
Wait, no, they can't because they already would have been thrown off of the building.
Terms like gay and lesbian to imply attraction to the same sex really are. Does anyone know that phobia means an irrational fear? How does this? I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking of Sophia Banks, who looks like she's been beaten with an ugly stick.
I think that's a dude.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
it
think
totally is.
I don't think that's a Sophia. I think that's more like a Nicholas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Well, that will explain why. That will explain why this quote unquote lady looks like she's been beaten with a shovel.
And that's fine. I don't care. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that definitely looks like a Nicholas.
By the way, there's an episode of Family Guy the News episode where Brian gets married and the guy that's performing the marriage is gay. Um and he he goes by the power bottom invested in me. I'm like, what did he just say? Let me just. I'll just. I'll just play it. Here we go.
We's all gathered here to join this couple in holy matrimony. Yet another wedding I'm on this side of. Jeffrey.
Mm,
We's just waiting for his mama to die.
We've written our own vows.
Oh, no.
Brian, I haven't known you that long, but these past weeks, I feel like you've given me a lifetime of love. And I vow to honor you and cherish you until the day I die a week from Wednesday. I'm so happy to place this ring on the weird dog thumb you have halfway up your arm.
Jess,
Well,
I wish we had a million years together. But what we have is this moment, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. With this ring, I vow to honor you and cherish you for the rest of the month.
Ma'am, do you take this doggy to be your husband?
I do.
Yay! How about you, doggy? Samesies?
I do.
Yay again! By the power bottom vested in me, I now pronounce y'all husband and wife. Kiss!
Lucky there's a man who positively can do all the things that make us laugh. I'm sorry.
I don't like Family Guy.
I like Family Guy, but honestly, think out of all the Seth MacFarlane ones, I like American Dad the best.
I hate him. That's my problem.
Okay, Seth MacFarlane. First of all, that dude is that dude. There's really something wrong with him. He's a deviant. I'm thinking that as
no,
much.
he's just he's a narcissist, and
yeah, but
he's I don't know. I hate that guy.
No, I'm thinking that he's really got some twisted shit going on in his house. All the jokes I've seen over the years of Family Guy and American Dad and all of that stuff, even if just an inkling of that is what he likes to do, he owns some other shit. Even the devil might go in his house and be going, God damn, dude. Come on.
Is it really that bad?
I honestly think that he's into some really fucked up shit. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if
It's not that he's into it; it's that he takes it from Hollywood.
Yeah.
that he's a part of.
I mean, he's always been a piece of shit. Forget
That-
Hollywood.
That
Yeah.
South Park Family Guy episode killed Family Guy for me. I haven't watched
Dude.
it since.
Yeah, and not even just that. Like, if you just step back and listen, it's that show and all the shows he does is him sucking his own dick. Like, it's so over the top, like, of just him praising himself and showing how important and how talented he. Like, it's I don't know, man. Like, it's I can't take that guy seriously, and he acts like a fucking cunt. And then the South Park thing literally just was over the top of, oh yeah, this guy's just walking garbage.
I just streamed that for Bunkei later.
By the way, so just to show how big of a dick he is. So when the Cleveland show got yanked, you know what he did. So Mike Jones was in the Cleveland show. So there's a scene where Peter, his phone goes off, and the ringtone is the Cleveland show theme song. He goes, "Yes, I like to have canceled TV shows, intros as my ringtones on my phone." I'm like, "You do, damn, dude!" And he's saying this right to Mike Jones, of course, his voice in Cleveland. I'm like, "God damn, what?" Bulgarian journalist killed in park.
Her body was found in the park near the river.
I wonder what happened.
It is
I don't-
unclear. It
I
is
don't mean to laugh.
unclear
Oh,
whether
my God.
investigative reporter Victoria Marinova's death is linked to her work. Hey, you know what? She might have just drowned herself right by the water.
Have
No,
you been
yeah.
following this European refugee crisis thing, Bunk?
No.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I'm assuming it's really bad. So bad.
So like the top EU countries like Britain and Germany and France. Well, mostly Germany and France. They've been like forcing everyone in the European Union to take in all these migrants. They quote unquote refugees, but that's only from Syria or like those actual countries that are in crisis. But most of the migrants are economic migrants from like other places, not Syria. Like I think like it's pretty much like 90% of them, and there's no background checks, no vetting at all. This is like everyone just coming in, and then they're forced to take in migrants, or else they face like sanctions or whatever. That's why the European Union is so bad. They can like pass bills to ban memes or like ban like any the smallest amount of like racist comments or whatever. Retarded. The EU is gonna break down in a couple of decades, I think, unless something changes.
EU. Oh, that's what I just said. EU.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Yeesh. Wow. Well,
Oh, Taylor Swift.
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. Yeah, she made everyone mad.
It's funny because for the longest time she didn't say shit, but I guess she finally caved in to be like, "Oh yeah, look, I'm one of you now."
Oh shit! I found Cryo's wife.
Siri.
Oh, oh. Ow, Jim. Ow, my eyes. Oh, ow, ow,
No wonder he's looking up
ow.
fucking girls on suicide, girls with daddy issues all fucking day. You come home to that.
Ow. Oh. Ow.
Okay,
Ow.
so we do have a follow up tweet. The Google lead after she deleted or he. I'm not gonna assume the gender. Who fucking knows? But I linked the other one. This is the response. They deleted the tweet, and then this is their reasoning. Like, are you fucking kidding? Like, this shit doesn't. It's too much.
He couldn't have thought this about this before he made that tweet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'm packing it in.
I can
Oh,
keep going. I got a ton, but we're good.
oh my gosh.
Whenever you start to run out of material, just log on to Twitter.
This this
There's
this
all
this is really the GOP is wrong and not serving your best interests. Come to the other side where they serve the same master.
Also, I love how people keep bringing up Charlottesville and all that. When actual Democrat, they went to like a congressional baseball game and tried to shoot up fucking congressmen.
yeah, they literally
Like,
they tried a massive assassination of Congress people, and they're like, "Oh no, we're in the right here."
if
Okay,
that was a fucking Nazi in the Democratic, like whatever game, like imagine. Yeah.
Okay, Atomic. I think that Kanye is the black version of Trump. I don't really pay attention to anything he says.
You can't really. Yeah, pretty much. He's just trolling.
Yeah.
dude. Here's the bigger problem. Why the fuck do any of us care about celebrities and their stupid fucking opinions?
There's an old saying,
Because it's
opinions are like
natural.
assholes.
There's
Everybody has
always
one of them.
people and famous, and you're gonna care.
This is a good one.
Over it. Fucking Kanye. Boy, that SNL speech is fucking gold. That shit was funny as shit. Chuck
Who is
Wendy.
this dude?
I have no idea, but that is such a fucking
There's
hilarious tweet.
666 retweets. Take that.
I'll look it up right now. Chuck W. Oh, what do you know? He's got a blue check mark of peace. He is a New York Times best-selling bee beard. Oh, this is too good.
He's a
He's
what?
literally. I don't know why he's famous. I don't know why he's famous.
You racists and rapists. It's like he was trying to make a poem out this or something.
Oh, dude, you know how you can tell somebody is not actually popular and they paid for all their shit? Okay, so I go to this guy's fucking page. I'll put it in here. So you go to this guy's page. He's 121,000 followers. His tweets don't even get 500 responses per tweet with 121,000 people seeing them.
Why would there be the odds, or how are the odds are there be exactly 121,000 and 000? Wow,
Isn't that strange?
that is. Jim, I'll never forget you for burning my eyes like that. Motherfucker, you gotta warn me for some
I
shit.
got you good.
I need some shade
That's
for
a
that
creature.
shit.
Think of that next time you're making some sweet love to some man. I want that image to go into your head.
Wow. Why do you wish this ill?
You know why? I'll tell you exactly why. Because on that Christmas Eve Skeletor G episode,
Yeah.
What
I randomly had that thought of the thing while I was having sex with my ex-girlfriend. And I had to stop. She's like, "What's wrong?" And I couldn't explain it. There's no way I was touching that story. Yeah, I'll never forget that because it was 3 days after that. It was December 27th. It was 2 days after Christmas. Yeah, 2 days after Christmas, and we were hooking up again. And that was actually the beginning of the end of that relationship because I couldn't go through with it because of the Skeletor G. That shit scarred me. Yep. Laugh it up. Laugh it up. God, I hope that picture pops in your head.
It won't, but
It will. It will.
No,
it
it
will.
won't.
You know why? Because I planted the seed of doubt.
No, it won't work.
No, I
But
will. Oh, it'll work.
but I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean, can I just ask you, like, how close were you to coming before that picture pops up? You were about to bust one, and then no, denied. The bucket was knocked over.
Okay. I think it's time to go to.
Good night, folks.
I hope that fuck Trump transvestite is staring you in the face when you wake up from your dream.
My stomach hurt though. Oh.
Why do they have to go to Olive Garden?
Oh my god. And she ate all the salad.
I know, of course.
All of the salad. You know what? I was prepared to entertain the idea that Skeletor made it all up until he showed the picture.
No, I never want to see any of those ever again. And you know who's a real piece of shit? Mr. Matt, because he fucking saved that shit.
I was like, I am glad. I was so glad because
I found it. Actually, you posted it on the Alphabets and Post.
I did not.
No, Bunk did. It's
Oh,
on
I
the
was gonna
Alpha
say,
website.
don't
That's
you
where I
fucking
found it.
blame me.
Oh my god.
Oh, let me see. Just, I just want to play something right before I go.
Why
Yeah,
are there
on,
so
on
many
the
new
topic of
people
doing
in
that
fucking
particular
Nope.
thing.
Nope. Nope.
anything Tupperware? Nigga,
Oh my god. Oh
it's
god.
like fucking.
Skeletor,
so
leave it
many kids.
alone. Leave it alone.
No, like I'm just asking because like okay, if you go to the Capcom channel right now, right, and you scroll down this fucking list, I actually know 20 people on this fucking list, nigga. There, look where
Please
we
tell
are.
me I'm not the only one that's as lost as I am right now.
Okay, what does
I'm
this
no,
have to do with you losing your job at Walmart?
no. He tried to go off on his own, but he couldn't fucking get to work anymore. Like some shit.
I left the state because
Yeah, there you go.
niggas was talking about money and nigga. Okay, so I'm about to just settle this shit right now. All right, so don't get mad at me because I gave you a chance to opt out. All right, I gave you all the fucking chance. I gave you all the
I
chance.
love that. Opt out. Wow.
So I'm plugged up my phone right now, and I'm gonna link you guys one picture, and this one picture is going to sum up my fucking life.
No.
No matter what this is, there's
I'm
no
doing
way
the Catholic
you can live up to the setup.
No, you don't understand. No, you don't understand. Like I know that we've all, seen those 4chan links and all that fucking nasty ass shit.
I haven't.
Okay, well, I'm sure you've seen something bad, right? Where you see like some guy puts a fucking firecracker on his dick or something. You hear about it. I'm gonna show you a picture of what I actually lived because I actually took this picture. So I was standing there aiming my phone when I took this picture. So this is actually me showing you what I had to sleep.
Oh no! Don't stop now! Oh no!
Thank you, Jesus.
No!
Thank you, Jesus.
No! I ain't going out like that. I'm not going out like that. No! They can forget this. Hold on. This is.
Somebody we all know about.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Ronald
think of like
from my
the stories
job.
that I was telling you about him, and know that this shit trumps all of his stories merged into one story.
Got a soundtrack going on in the back and everything.
Yeah, you'll fucking wish that we were actually in that year that I made that song when you see this link.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Can't believe I'm about to link this shit, man. Oh my god, I'm about to kill myself. Nigga, I'm not even over like this trauma. Alright, guys.
No. Please.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for this.
Okay, well.
Trying to brace myself here.
All right, well, there's two options here. Either I'm just gonna link you the picture, and you guys can.
Yeah, just link it in the channel. Just link it in the channel. I'll take care of the rest.
No, but I'm saying, but either you can just look at the image and you can just take it all in, and then we'll move on, or I can tell you what is actually taking place in that picture, and then I can tell you.
Oh God! Hey, we're about to hit an epic moment. If you know anyone that likes to listen to Operation Radio that's not listening right now, you might want to tell them to listen in.
I'm scared right now.
Yeah.
I think I need to get a beer or something.
G.O. for Loco, man.
You should go grab.
I like how he's giving us this heads I win, tails you lose proposition here and saying, well, which one's it gonna be?
No, actually,
Why would you link
you
that
both
picture?
lose one, you just lose a lot worse.
What?
Now I really
Game is really imbalanced.
This is really.
Like I'm actually getting sad seeing this image and just playing back that part of my life. Like I know people go through bad shit.
Hey! You talked enough. Let's paste the shit.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find a fucking site to put the image on.
Why don't you just send me the picture?
He tried to put it on fucking Image Track, and Image Track just rejected it. Like, whoa! Whoa! No, don't get with that.
All right.
Put it on your Facebook, bro. Put it on your Facebook.
Nigga, I can't put that picture up on there. Nigga, it's not a safe picture. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right, guys, picture's up. So I'm saying sorry now. So I know I've done some bad things in the past. I've made fun of people. I've lied to people.
No.
I do not wish harm on any human being. So that's okay. So don't talk about it. Just click it and just look and just look at the whole thing. No, just take it all in. Just take it all in.
Okay.
Take it all in.
Okay.
Look at it for.
Oh shit! I dropped my mouse. Oh shit! I'm so scared.
Okay.
What is that?
Take the
Don't
phone.
ask questions. Just look and just take a look at everything.
What the fuck is that?
Don't
Nigga, that's a fucking question, yo. I see wheels, I see handlebars, I see the
Yo,
fan.
hold on a second. Is that a Green Goblin controller at the far left over there?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god!
Is that Mike Goblin on a wheelchair, yo?
Is that a Green Goblin?
Yo, it is. It is.
Is that
No,
a
it's not.
logo on the chair?
Yeah, dude, that's totally a Green Goblin.
Oh my god!
Logo on the chair?
No, it's
Wait. Damn. The site's down. I can't even get to it. Oh well.
Is that dentures?
Yeah,
What the fuck is
there's so much fucked up in this picture. My
You
mouth.
don't even know what fuck
Hey,
to get.
hey,
No,
can
you
some of you
don't
put it on
trust
paste bin or something? Because I mean, Tiny Pick is not loaded for me.
Okay.
Oh my god! You should put
you lived here?
on Facebook.
No, you don't even want me to get started. Okay, so once Buck
can't look
sees
at it.
this image, then I'm gonna break down this image.
Fuck,
Bit by bit.
$5 billion.
Huh?
$5 billion.
Nigga, I wish I had that money because I'd have fucking swallowed that shit and killed self ink poison from fucking dollar bills. Got AIDS and died.
I think this is
What the fuck is this?
$5 billion picture.
Oh.
$5 billion.
Oh God.
Okay.
$5 billion.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Skeletor.
guys
All I can
ready?
say
Are you
is
ready?
Jabba no
Alright,
bada.
I'm now going in as a basement. Okay, just off top, I want you guys to know that we were living in a basement apartment with 5 adults and 2 newborn kids. Okay, the fucking room. Okay, so there's one room. Okay, there's one room, and rats burrowed through a wall. Okay, they burrowed through the fucking wall. Okay. So I was sleeping in that room. I had a fucking little air bed and shit. Fucking nigga, I would be sleeping. I could like see rats and shit. No, okay. So where that picture is, that's after I got out of that room, so my friend and his girl could fuck in the other room because I'm such a nice friend. Okay, because I'm such a nice friend. Okay, so as far as the picture that you just saw, the first thing that I want you to understand is she is a nudist. She's a
Oh God! Oh God!
Wait,
Oh my God!
You actually see right now is there's a towel because she uses that as a mouse pad because she doesn't have a desk.
Dark Bunkei rises. Dark Bunkei rises.
I'm gonna disappear after this.
Oh my God!
Oh my god! Hold up! All right, keep going. All right, keep going. I got it.
Yeah,
Continue, please.
So yeah, she doesn't wear clothes and she pisses and shits in a bucket. Like I'm not joking. Like she actually pops the spot like in plain sight. Like, I was playing a fucking shooter so I could like out F4 in real life, but nigga, she actually pisses and shits in plain sight. Okay. So usually her day consists of drinking Diet Cokes and leaving the Coke on that other chair. That's where the guy that she's married to sits and he watches army shows in the black and white screen right there. That's probably like fucking 12 inches. Her monitor's right there, and you see her with some fucking I don't know what the fuck that's in her hand. She has her little food stash, that Ritz cracker box, so she doesn't have to fucking move. So she actually just gets off the wheelchair on her right side, which you can't see where piss and shit bucket is. And it's the worst smelling shit I've ever smelled in my fucking one day, that fucking got knocked over. I won't even say what that happened. Shit juices spilled all over the carpet.
Oh no!
If
Oh my
you
god!
smell a bad smell, nigga, let me tell you.
Oh my god!
Oh, nigga, let me tell you. Nigga, this smell was so great, I lost my sense of smell.
Oh my god! Are
You know
you
what?
fucking?
No, it was your brain protecting you. That's what it was. It was like, yo, we're gonna shut down the whole sensory system because otherwise we just might die. It's like it didn't want a predator to be able to come up on you.
Oh my god!
That was your brain protecting you, man. You should feel.
Okay, that's part one, fellas. I'll say part two for the next show. Jim tapped out early.
You
Oh,
know that podcast, that episode was 6 hours. I only posted like half of it.
oh, oh my gosh, I missed those days. Oh my god, the 6 hour. Oh man, that was the days.
I
Those
don't
were the
think he
days.
went from 6 hours, but I don't. Yeah.
Oh, oh, my head hurts. Oh, okay. Good night, fellas.
Good night.